Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in.
Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Welcome back to another great episode of SessionsQC, where today is a generational jam session for sure. We got our brother Keith here, man. Brothers do a podcast, and we finna talk some good stuff because we got something in common with the cameraman who don't like telling us stuff. Cameraman to keep us looking bummy on the set. The picture is clear, but man, Jack, you shining in a weapon box visual. But
Yeah.
for sure. Welcome, my brother.
Yes,
It's been
sir.
long overdue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the opportunity, man. For real, I definitely do.
I love your slogan you put down there. Generational jam, where your gift will make room for you.
Yes, sir.
How'd you come up with that?
Man, honestly, God popped it in my head. I was chilling one day, and it was just like, cause when I first got started, it was called Stallion and Rain, Reverse the Curse.
Okay.
That's what the podcast originally started, and I just wanted to reverse the curse of what was in my family, my bloodline, just reverse the curse. And then one day I'm riding to school, and God gave me generational gem, where your gift will make room for you. And it's just like, it's just wrong, because I want to bring generations together to help us identify with each other, to help us solve problems in our community. And I want to, your gift will make room for you.
Most definitely. So, how did you get into podcasting?
I started off just making videos, motivation videos. I want to say around COVID time, maybe 2020, 2021, something like that. I just seen it was the world needed motivation.
For sure.
So I started off just doing 8-9 minute videos, if that, dropping them on YouTube. And then one day I was just like, I called Tobe like, hey bro, God told me to call you. I need you as my video man. He said, bet. And then I just wanted to bring people on there to be able to tell their vision, be able to tell their goals, and to be able to help the next up and coming in whatever atmosphere it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a barber, whether you be a video man, whether you sit there and be, doing fashion. I just wanted to be able to come here and to help people who are in this atmosphere fix some of the loopholes. So if I made mistakes, you ain't gotta make them.
Right. That's dope. That's dope, bro. I mean, I wish I would have talked to you before I started this damn podcast, because I'd have made a million mistakes.
But that's what grow us, though.
It really do, man. We sit back, I guess me and you both could talk about the ills of booking guests and the cancellations or trying to, you know what I'm saying? And we do it out of the love because, hey, man, if we get a light shined on us, man, we could go farther. Because it's bigger than this Quad City stuff, man. I don't care who you are and what you do. Like you say, man, we try to incorporate everybody, I'm glad we were able to come together on the sense that, your style of podcasting is one way and mine is another way, but it is also showing that, man, it's love and we can do this.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, who was your biggest and best guest you had that made you really think on the show?
Who made me think? I think my most heartful guest so far was a lady by the name of Gabby from here. Her son that committed suicide.
Oh,
I think Gabby Anderson. I want to say it's her name. I think that was the most impactful, seeing that I got 3 kids. One of them being a son. Her son being her oldest was the one that did it. That was one of the most impactful ones. It was Gabby.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Hearts and prayers still to you for that situation.
Facts.
Most definitely. I think for me, mine was going down there to that building collapse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was hard to do and to interview people and for people to think that we were down there to, you know what I'm saying, do something other than shine a light on the situation.
How was that for you though? Like
it was heart-wrenching, you know what I'm saying? Because it took a lot to get me to go there.
Yeah.
First and foremost. But once like you say, once God gave you the idea, because Toby was like, we was gonna sit at the park and talk about it. Toby said, man, let's just go over there. Why do that? Let's go over there. Let's really be impactful. And once he said it, I'm like, it's gotta be.
It makes sense, yeah. It makes sense.
Why talk about it and not be there on the front lines with it when we had brothers and sisters that was down there from the day of and didn't leave until services for some of the people. You know what I'm saying? They stood their ground all that time.
And to this day, and I'm still trying to figure out something to do to help the people too, honestly. I'm trying to get his connection with the church.
Right.
Try to have something at the church for them or something like that. But I mean, you can't bring back loved ones, man. The reality of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know people who were impacted where they didn't even live in the building, but they had to move out of their building because it was around that building. And to this day, my homegirl, she's still, you know, they still looking for a spot. So it's like, yeah.
Right. That's a hell of a thing, man. So yeah, our hearts and prayers still to that situation.
Facts.
You know, man. So, what is Generational Jam?
So Generational Jam is predicated to be able to connect my generation, my daughters and sons' generation, and my mother's generation. Pretty much, it's all generations. You know what I'm saying? Right now, like I'll be 28 the 14th of this month. So I wanted the 28-year-olds, the 40, 50-year-olds, and I want the 18, 19, 15, 16-year-olds. And I want us to be able to come together and have an understanding of each other. Because we got where you got the older generation who...
You can't do nothing with these youngsters. They getting all our clubs shutting down.
You know what I'm saying? Can't do nothing. But here's the thing is, at what point we got to look at where did the guidance lack? You know what I'm saying?
This could go for a while, bro.
Listen.
Because I look at it, you know, the start of the generational curses that we've been having started with welfare. You know what I'm saying? When they took the man out the house and didn't want a male in the house. Then it takes the males and you can't live nowhere, so you got to get on your hustle. So now you got everybody out here hustling. Hustling leads to jail and death. So now we losing them in one form of fashion that way. And
then you got the welfare. Then you follow it up with the Me Too movement.
Oh.
Where I'm all for empowering women and women becoming the best version of themselves. But at what point do you realize that we don't need each other? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a spiritual person, you feel me? So like I try to tie in things when I say connected to the Bible. God created Adam first. Then before he gave him a woman, he gave him work. So our job as men is to work.
Okay.
So like you said, when you do the welfare and everything and you put the drugs into our community, you took away the actual work because guess what? Now I get to see you out here hustling and it look good because you flash. And you can talk to whoever you want. Now here I am, a hardworking man, but my woman wants you because she sees this. She don't realize you're gonna get locked up soon.
Right. And how much the flashiness really is.
You know what I'm saying? How much
not worth
the pressure? Because now you sitting there. Now the working man is comparing himself to the hustling man.
Yeah.
We can't do that. So then you got the women who are saying, I don't need a man. They created
I'm
and now
independent.
you hear me? And you're independent to what level? Like I understand independence, but when God created Adam, he gave him work. After he gave him work, he realized that wasn't enough, so he gave him a woman. So we complete each other.
Right.
So if we out here and I'm a man, these women ain't ish, your daughter not ish. You feel me? Right. I'm a man, I'm a woman, these men ain't ish, but your son not ish.
Right, but you see on the picture, stay away from him.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but my son, happy birthday, king of the world.
Come on, man. My baby daddy ain't ish, but my son is a king. Your son can't be a king because he got to be a prince before he becomes a king.
Right.
He has to develop. He has to know what a kingdomship is. You can't get the kingdom until you go through the levels to the game.
Levels to the game. I love this. Oh my goodness. Oh, you finna make them talk. They gonna be, they on some He-Man woman haters club of the year stuff on me. They gonna be on.
Hey,
no, but I get that, bro, because all that stuff tore down communities. Like,
facts.
I think is, man, I told somebody that I told Thurgood, that's what I was talking to Thurgood. I said, I'm not media, but I'm media. He's like, I'm not a politician, but this is the field that I chose and I do well in. So it's like, damn, bro, he's like, I told him how I feel that my generation and the stuff that I did around here led to all the other stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that's going on around here. Like, when we talk about these young ones who are doing stuff and getting establishments closed down, and then we have nothing to do, or you can't go nowhere, and it's sad because we don't get out here enough and try to stop the violence, stop the whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or even, I tell everybody go to a gym. You know, there's a bunch of boxing gyms around here.
Come on, man, there's so many boxes. It's 5, it's 3 of them I can name off the top of my head right now.
And go in the gym. They ain't got no problem with letting you put some gloves on and some sparring equipment.
You got beef?
Go on in there and get it in.
Folks not taking no L's without coming back clapping.
And that's sad, bro.
You're not about to whoop on a person and now social media so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't say nothing to me because I'd knock you out like such and such did. You know, back in the day, you could get away with it.
Now I'll knock you out.
Now that video is viral and it's not going nowhere.
Bro, this generation, we are a people that is messed up because we took all the wrong stuff and promoted it to the top. And now here we are in a space where we're trying to get it back. And it's a fight.
We are a generation because we wasn't properly prepared by the right men, real men.
Yeah.
We are a generation that moves off of emotions instead of logic. A man's natural is a logical. A woman's moves off emotion, we move off logic. Which is why the apple was okay for Eve when she seen it, knowing she wasn't supposed to eat it. Man did it because the woman did it.
Right.
You hear me? But nothing happened until he ate it. Because our natural position is front, order, and center. So until we can protect ourselves, we gotta protect ourselves before we can protect our queens.
Right.
We don't know how to do that no more.
Man.
So we moving off emotion.
So now we here with generational jams, and he gonna get y'all right. Now you follow this brother on all platforms.
All platforms.
On all platforms, because he gonna get you right. Now he gonna make you think. He gonna make you laugh. But it's all from the heart. I mean, we could talk for hours with this. I love this type of talk. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a good battle. Because we both see the ills and we see it from different sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like you 28, I'm 49. So you know what I'm saying? Our generation. You understand what I'm saying because you from the generation that lived behind me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you seen. You know, it started a little bit bad, badder. Worse.
Worse.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You gotta, I love your movement, bro, man, and I'm glad we was able to get together and chop it up and talk about this curse that you're now healing in a generational jam way, you know, because where your gift will make room for you.
Yes, sir.
I love that because that lets you know that your gift is bigger than you. So don't
Facts.
never belittle it and think that, you know what I'm saying?
Because if you move in your purpose, man, this is the reality of it. The problem is everybody want to do what everybody else doing. If you find your niche, find what God has created you to do. It's, you know, the richest place in the world is a cemetery because its books never read, its buildings never built, its businesses never got started. So it's like your mom and dad, while they was here, was supposed to do something for you. But instead, if your parents don't do what we supposed to do, because I'm a parent now, if we don't do what we supposed to, we'll pass down to our kids. So when we say generational curses, that means whatever they pass down, my kids don't have to get it because it stops with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my kids will never have to get it out the mud like I had to get it out the mud. But I wouldn't expect them to, but my job is I lived in the streets. So I'm gonna teach you streetwise, but you don't have to be in the street. Because if I teach you, then you realize when you're seeing this enticing is not gonna entice you.
Right.
But if you're not taught this, it's like, I hear you saying don't do nothing, but you still doing it. So as a child, I'm gonna do what I see and not what I hear.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So if I'm gonna do, hey, you can't tell me don't sell no drugs when I see you selling drugs. You got me in the car with you when we doing what we doing. No, it's gonna be hard for me not to do that. I see my daddy. I see my mama. You feel me? Because there's women out here getting it too.
Yeah.
I know some hustlers.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
It ain't just the man. And I know some with a bigger bag than a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of these dudes out here.
Like, let's be real, because their hustle is different. A woman, bro, she's built different.
For sure.
She's our help me, but she's built different. Man, women different, you know what I'm saying? And we're blessed to have them. So our job is to
protect them.
Protect, love, care. You know what I'm saying?
Them vows, huh?
Literally.
Yeah, you gotta live them.
We both locked in, you hear me?
Yeah, for sure.
So we understand when we make that vow, and we don't get it right all the time.
Because we are imperfect.
We are imperfect people, and we're gonna continue to fail.
We living, but I look at it as life though, man. A life is lessons, you know what I'm saying? If you don't bump your head and learn something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would love to have everything told to me so I can miss it. But it's some things that I gotta experience in life.
You got to.
And, you know, heartbreak and our teenage love.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Loving everybody. When we young, you love everybody.
Right.
Hey, this the one. I ain't do you right, but I still think you the one. You still mine.
Right.
No.
So I'm with you on this one, man. We're gonna keep these generational curses about. They stop with us today.
Facts.
And man, most definitely, man, I love your movement. We can figure out something to do together to support the people that were displaced in the best way that we can. Because like we said, there is no bringing back or giving back of a limb or a lost loved one.
Yes, sir.
But we can most definitely do something to help those families, you know what I'm saying, that were displaced. Man, so we're gonna have to get together and talk about it, man, and figure out what we can do. you know, I could throw a show. I think Dre a rap for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get a few bars.
Dre, my mans, man. Shout out to Dre, man. Shout out to Dre. Me and Dre, like, when I first was getting this off the ground, Dre was like, we was locked in, you know what I'm saying, for a little minute. And I just want to say before I get off here, man, I appreciate y'all bringing me on. Appreciate you, the vision. I appreciate what you do because, man, like we said earlier, people don't accept it or appreciate free advertisement, man. And we, you know, money we can get back, but time we can never get back.
Most definitely.
So when I sit here and I give my time and I'm giving you my efforts and I'm giving you my platform, like I just want to say I'm thankful for it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, give you your flowers.
Appreciate that.
You know
Thank
what I'm saying?
you, bro.
For sure.
Most definitely.
So, like,
you know, it's got to be a passion to make you do this. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
It's got to be a passion for me to pay my money to see you through the video and you don't even want to promote my shit. Miss Livewire, I'm going to call your motherfucking name because you don't like a fucking video. I apologize for the cursing right now, bro, but I'm kind of heated. This is free promotion. You didn't pay for nothing on that show. You could have showed that shit. Now back to the regularly scheduled program.
My man snapped. My man snapped. It went crazy.
I'm calling out names from here on out. When they do me wrong, I'm calling out names, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing wrong to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, like, your heart, you're gonna be blessed by it because you did it from your heart though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's gonna make us frustrated and different things like that because we take time away from our family. We book these things and different things like that, man. But like me, just keep going, bro. Because when you keep going, you gonna keep growing. And listen, and hopefully I can get you on there.
We gonna
get you on mine.
We gonna talk on Generational Jam. So be on the lookout for the next episode of Generational Jam featuring Sessions.
Yeah.
We gonna be there and we gonna talk some stuff and we gonna keep it pimping. Most definitely, bro. I thank you for coming on, man. Continue what you do, bro, man. Somebody is gonna see it and recognize it, and then here you go, the next big motivational speaker, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, man. And then the podcast is gonna blow up big. You know, it's over with once they catch on to what we cooking out in the Quad Cities. Man, we got too much talent out here. You see what it is, man. Generational Jams and SessionsQC, man. We linked in, we tapped in, we locked in. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. All love, man.
All
Appreciate
love.
you, man.
Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in. You better tap in and share my shit when you get a free video.
Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in. You better tap in.
Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in. You better tap in. Welcome back, man. We got Drewski Montana. Hey, my brother, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in music? Because I don't know you, man. I'm trying to figure out who you is, bro. You know, where you from?
I'm from Chicago, south side of Chicago.
South side?
Robert Taylor Project, born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I just said that 5P stuff, you understood where I was coming from, where I come from with it. Okay, my bad. Not a thing. Most definitely. Drewski Montana. Where the name come from?
You know, actually, man, I started doing gospel rap when I was about 20-something years old. Going to my old church and stuff like that. So my pastor used to, because I'm light skinned, so he used to call me Canary Yellow, and I'm like, I'm too old for that now. So my middle name is Andrew, so I took Drewski off that, you know what I'm saying, and then I just added Montana on the end. You know, just kind of something I came with on the fly.
Okay, for sure. It's different. Drewski, I love the way you spell it with the dollar sign.
I had to, because, man, you know, on YouTube, everybody named Drewski, so I had to try to separate it.
Oh, yeah, then they hit you. See, you cool when you get the Wooski views, too, you know, with the Drewski, you know what I'm saying? Get those, you know, you don't want to be all the way associated, but, you know, if they can tap in, you know, they tap it wrong and hit you. Most definitely.
Right.
So, so you say you started off doing gospel rap?
Yeah, it was crazy how it happened, man. We was at the cell phone shop. My pastor had an old cell phone shop in Hammond, Indiana. And so, you know, we was in the shop and they started playing the instrumental or whatever. So him and his boys, you know, his sons, they was in there trying to freestyle or whatever. So I was in the back of the shop, you know what I'm saying? And I came around there, started rapping and stuff like that. And then he looked at me like, boy, you really got some talent. So he built a whole studio in his basement or whatnot. And I just started writing or whatever. But it really wasn't, I still didn't feel like I was in who I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
I felt like I was just doing it because, you know, it was just something fun to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something fun that we do on the weekends or whatever. So I went through a period where I didn't rap for years. I stopped rapping. Like I just, you know, I stopped doing it. So about around 2020, I met Dre, and I did this little app called Voicey on my phone and just started freestyling. So I'm like, I'm just gonna see how this goes.
Okay.
But when I did it, I posted it on Facebook, and everybody's like, boy, that go hard, bro. That go hard. What you waiting on? I'm like, yeah, but that was actually the confidence that I needed to get back into doing it, because as an artist, you deal with depression, you deal with anxiety. You know, you don't think that what you're writing is good enough, so it's like, a lot of times I probably done balled up verses that probably did hit, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, it was just like, that ain't it, you know? So then life started hitting me and stuff like that, started going through different obstacles, so I pretty much just put the pen down, put the pad down, and just, you know, forgot about it. But it was crazy, because even when I did that, it was just like, because I'm a firm believer in God, firm believer in Jesus Christ, you know. So it was crazy because I heard that small, still voice tell me, like, you know, don't sleep on your gift, you know what I'm saying? And then I was battling with, when I'm 35 years old, I'm too old to be rapping, like I shouldn't be doing all that. But in every moment when I wanted to give up, that's when God was speaking to me like, no, that's a gift you got. Then I just started letting everybody hear my music. It was like, then everybody was saying the same thing, like, you know, don't sleep on your gift. So, you know, it was like, once I started taking it serious, that's when things started happening. I met Dre. He kept pushing me. He was like, man, come on, man. Yeah. You know, so that was the push that I needed.
Oh, for sure. So that's where to find who you are and be authentic comes from?
Yeah, you got to, because see, a lot of times, and I say this respectfully, I don't say this trying to diss nobody or disrespect nobody, but we live in a fake world nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times people—
On the fin. There's a lot of fake shit.
People, they rap about stuff that they ain't been through or they ain't lived,
and
you know.
You know what? I agree with that, but a lot of times I tell somebody, who else could tell the story than the person who see everything? You know what I'm saying? Because when you involved in the streets, you only see the angle that you involved from. But the person that's really not in the streets, they see the whole play because they watching it as a movie. You feel me? So I get what you're saying. You don't rap about it like you do it, you know what I'm saying? But rap about it in the sense where you telling the story of what's happening. I agree with you. Don't try to be don't be the fake you. Be the real you. Like, hey man, no, this is what I witnessed, I seen. You know what I'm saying? My life may not have been that, but I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? I agree. That's a dope thing, bro.
Just being real, you know what I'm saying? Like, I scrapped my whole catalog. I had like 25 songs wrote.
You scrapped all of them?
I scrapped all of them because the songs, they wasn't who I was.
Man, listen. Before you throw another song verse away, I'm trying to be a rapper. I don't care about no ghostwriting. Now you get all your writing credits. Don't throw no heat away, bro. You got somebody. I'm 50. I'm gonna be the rap, baby. I'm here. Just don't think about me when you got a verse you don't feel like it's up the pot. I got you, baby.
But yeah, you know, that's just what it was. And then just I went through a purification.
Okay.
I stopped drinking. I don't knock nobody who drink. I don't knock nobody who smoke. Do your thing. I don't judge.
But that's not what you do.
You know what I'm saying? So I went through a whole spiritual journey that I'm on right now, and I went through purification. I started getting more in the Word. You know what I'm saying? Started spending more time with God and stuff like that. And once I started going through that purification, and I started spending time with God, that's when, you know, these songs that I got now, The Realest, Turn Back the Hands of Time. I got like 8 songs wrote just from going through my purification.
Okay.
But it all came from that pure place. I mean, some people can smoke and get down with it. Hey, I can't. I have to have a clear mind because I tried doing it that way, but it
didn't work.
It just didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's most definitely. You know, once again, that's knowing your role, knowing your lane, whatever you want to call it, and you finding who you are and being authentic to yourself. I love that slogan and keep doing it, bro. So yeah, if that's what it takes, most definitely. You say you don't knock nobody, and good thing these last few sessions been in smoke-free places, cause boy, you'd have been at the 420 show. You would have smoked. Ask Styles, we choked. But most definitely, man, I'm glad we were able to get a chance to. Let's talk about your Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So everything is Drewski Montana.
Facebook, Drewski Montana. Instagram, Drewski_Montana. YouTube, Drewski Montana. I kept it all the same because it works for me. So you know, check out my social media. Check out my Instagram. Go to YouTube. Check out The Realest out right now. Just dropped. So you know what I'm saying, go check that out. Run them views up. Feel me? It's a dope song. I think the women is really gonna appreciate this song because the song is about a man admitting his wrong. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the women.
Whoa, bro. can't give them too much, man. Don't give, we don't admit all of. No, I'm just playing with you. That's dope though, man. You said it's about men admitting they wrong.
Just admitting you're wrong, you know, seeing where you went wrong at, and I think
you got to. Yeah. But that's in life though. If a person can't, you know, honestly, man, that was how I was able to get, you know, because you know I talk about my shit a lot, but you know I did 25 years in prison. And the first 7 years were the hardest years ever because I was still in denial of admitting my wrongs and my roles in that. So until I was able to come clean with me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You know it's about coming clean with you. So and once I was able to do that, man, that's when my bit went so differently, man. I was happy every day. I smiled. You know what I'm saying? I found me. You know what I'm saying? I was authentic to me. You know, I get that. That's why I think today we had two of the best guests I done had on here in a while, man, in the sense of talking. Cause you know, you talk about the depression stuff, and I go through that, man. I be sending cryptic messages every other day on Facebook talking about I'm finna get this podcast and stuff up, man. But you know what I'm saying? It's just something in me that won't let me stop, man. So I get that, man. I love what you're saying, your value. And I think I did check out the realest. I think it was somehow the link was shared to me, and as soon as I clicked on the Facebook, YouTube, it was right there, and I sat there and watched that. So I'm gonna go in and really dig into it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna give you my views and opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, most definitely,
I'm gonna tell you, you'll see my next live when I go live talking about what was hot and what wasn't. No, I'm just playing.
Hey,
but man, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. We got a performance you gonna do?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna perform for y'all real quick, man.
Okay.
You know, let me know what y'all think about it, you know.
Man, tap in, man. Drewski Montana on all platforms. You know what it is? Sessions, we having sessions. We locked in. You better tap in.
Sessions, we having sessions. We locked in. You better tap in.
I'ma tell you just like this, Jack. Straight like this, man. If you got a good woman, keep her. Nah, for real, bro. Value her. For real. Trust her. For real, dog. Don't let nobody do nothing rob you of your blessing. For real. Always been a realist. Never been fake. If you needed a hand, I was willing to give it. The pain running deep, cause I know I was solid. You know I was, you just hate to admit it. I cannot lie, I'm emotionally scarred. Thought you was real, but you really a fraud. Go take some time for me to forgive you. You was my homie, so this hit me hard. Always been a realist. Never been fake. If you needed a hand, I was willing to give it. The pain running deep, cause I know I was solid. You know I was, you just hate to admit it. I cannot lie, I'm emotionally scarred. Thought you was real, but you really a fraud. Go take some time for me to forgive you. You was my homie, so this hit me hard. The pain running deep and it's tearing me up. I tried to help you and give you my love. Still feel the blade coming out my back. I cannot lie, I'm emotionally scarred. Give you my trust cause I thought you was different. Said you was solid and I believed it. It was okay when you did what you did, but when I reacted, oh now I'm a heathen. But I wasn't no angel. Knew from the start that your heart was in danger. Broke every vow that I made at the altar. Packed up and left me, girl, I cannot blame you. Wish I can turn back the hand of time. Wish I can go back and make you mine. Sound of your voice running deep through my spine. Nobody can measure the way that we vibe. If you got a good one, then you better keep her. Value her worth and don't be no cheater. She be your bunny and you be her Clyde. Swallow your pride, let her know that you need her. If you got a good one, then you better keep her. Swallow your pride, let her know that you need her. Always been a realist, never been fake. If you needed a hand, I was willing to give it. The pain running deep, cause I know I was solid. You know I was, you just hate to admit it. I cannot lie, I'm emotionally scarred. Thought you was real, but you really a fraud. Go take some time for me to forgive you. You was my homie, so this hit me hard. Always been a realist, never been fake. If you needed a hand, I was willing to give it. The pain running deep, cause I know I was solid. You know I was, you just hate to admit it. I cannot lie, I'm emotionally scarred. Thought you was real, but you really a fraud. Go take some time for me to forgive you. You was my homie, so this hit me